Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights, and it's episode 64 of Bright Lights. Now, what we usually do is we bring you the Europa League group stage draw. That is true, we usually do. As you can see on screen, the group stage draw is already there. What happens is it's usually drawn on the 30th of August, and I had a game against Spurs on the 31st of August, so I was going to do the group stage draw on the 31st. Got to the 30th, sim through the 30th, group stage draw didn't come up. Not a problem. So I didn't do the Spurs game, which I did, because we did beat Spurs. And we're currently top of the Premier Division, if you can see in the top right-hand corner. We'll go through the squad and how we've gone so far in a second. And then the games didn't let me know when the group stage draw was being drawn, and then it didn't let me know anything about it. I actually registered my team on the 1st of September, and I was just simming through just now, and then next minute, group stage draw has been drawn, and I'm like, there's content I need to create here, Football Manager, and you're killing me. So as it stands, we got Fiorentina, Olympiacos, and Standard Liège. Now, if there's ever a Europa League group that is difficult, this is it, and this is why. Fiorentina have had a decent year, and we obviously have seen what Italians can do in this. Their key player is called Fred. Now, I don't know, but Fred's got 8 games and 5 goals for Brazil, and he just looks absolutely sensational. He does have an 84 mil release fee, and there is a part of me that says next year, because the club makes so much money, if I have 84 mil in the bank, he might be ours, because Fred just looks sensational. I'm very tempted to see where Fred's come from, but, you know, Fred has been signed for 14 mil from Santos. Where was I? They're hot prospects. This guy, the centre-back, he actually looks all right for 17 as well. But they have got a very good team. You know, they've still got Benassi here, who's obviously a very good midfielder. They've got a very good squad at Fiorentina. If we just click on their team, if we go to Fiorentina and just click on their players, you can see here that they have a very good squad, and some names you may know, like Benassi, who I just picked up there. But, you know, Abua Diakite is like a god in Italian football. We used him in Regina last season on FM, and there's just some names there that you're like, oh my. But it is also the return home of Sergi Sampri, who is apparently unregistered and on loan at Wolves. There you go. So apparently Sergi Sampri is at Wolves. But there we are. So we do have Fiorentina. We also have Olympiacos. Olympiacos are obviously a side that, you know, there's not too bad. I expect them to be the whooping boys. Oscar is not a bad midfielder, but he's not a great midfielder, and he's a little bit on the older side. But apart from that, the Olympiacos squad, clicking through it just before, it's an older squad that can cause you trouble, and I reckon in Greece it'd be difficult, but at home we should be winning this game. You know, they've got Bojan there, but Bojan at 34 is not the Bojan of 10 years ago. So we should be okay against Olympiacos. And then Standard have some players, and I don't know if they still have the striker there. If he is, it doesn't look like he is, because I think he was their key player. But as you can see, Baston's not a bad centre mid, he's okay. Moriara is obviously a 17-year-old Belgian, but there's obviously a lot of Belgians that are really good. And, you know, this wonder kid winger that's worth 7 mil is going to cause problems. He's got great pace, great acceleration, decent crossing, decent dribbling. So, you know, you expect that he is going to cause problems as Mr. Meyer. But, you know, it's a tough group, but it's a group that we can definitely, you know, get out of. I would say that we have a decent chance. I'd say we have more than a good chance of getting out of the group. We should be one of the better sides in Europe, in the Europa League, for this season. And we should be looking to win it, or, you know, make the semi-final at a minimum. And if we get one of the bigger sides, so be it, right? As we saw last season, it doesn't matter if you finish first or second in the group as well. But I expect Fiorentina to give us a tough time, and I expect Standard and Olympiacos away from home in Belgium and Greece to give us a very tough time. I expect us to beat Olympiacos both home and away, and I expect us to beat Standard at home. Fiorentina's a toss-up, both games. We've seen it with Lazio. But you just never know what could happen here in the Europa League, and hopefully we'll be okay. In terms of what that means for us and our fixtures, if we go to the fixture list, the next game you will see live will be the Standard game. We will be live on Twitch for that one there. We're not live on Twitch right now. I was actually simming through to get through closer to international, at the end of international break, to start the stream, and then this popped up. So, you know, it hurts. Anyway, as you can see, we have been on a good run. We've won every game. When I say our form has been great, it's been not bad, but it's been patchy. Like, if you go to here, as you can see, there's a lot of lads on 2 goals each. The standout probably being Nakamura, because every time he's come off the bench, this kid's look like scoring. He's just sensational. Some of the goals he has scored have been amazing. Like, obviously, everyone would have seen the goal in the last episode, and he scored another nice one as well. But as you can see here, we beat Stoke. We then beat City 3-1. And look, we rode our luck a little bit in this one here. Adrien actually scored his first goal for the club. It was a free kick. by memory. I'm pretty sure this is the game he scored the free kick. He scored a free kick in one of these games. It was not a bad free kick. It wasn't like the greatest free kick. He's a fair way out here, but he has spanked that one. Edison can't get there. It's not like perfectly top bins. You probably expect Edison. Brighton made hard work of it for us. We had to bring Nakamura on. Because Haller wasn't 100% fit, we did bring Nakamura on the right, and he did score a nice goal. Got in yet again, scoring again, getting man in the match. Mike has also now been capped by England. Everything's happening. We then finally kept the clean sheet. It was the first time that we've actually seen Ives play full 90 minutes back from international duty, and we kept the clean sheet in that first game, and Diorg was nearly back. Smithies has actually kept the right, but not great. And then obviously against Spurs, we were just sensational. It was the first time that Ives and Daniel have played together in that game, and they were magical, and Daniel getting a 6.8 was a bit harsh on him. Ives was really good. Everything was like, he won everything. He won the world. As you can see, Adrian scored, Rab scored, and Will Burgess scored a nice goal with his left foot. He seems to be scoring a lot with his left foot with Guy for 5 finishing. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see you back here in a second, YouTube, after I fired up the stream, and I'll see you for the standard game away. That game sets the tone, though. Away in Belgium, first game of the Europa League. Have to go out there, have to win that one, and then from there, we can look on at the group and see how we go. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back, YouTube. It is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright. That's part 2 of this episode. It is Standard Liège versus Sunderland away here in Belgium. That's the team we're lining up with, slightly rotated. We haven't gone fully rotate, full strength. We did beat Wolves 1-0 in a game that Wolves were super poor in. Lucky a little bit, Diorgo had a good game back in goals, and it was a penalty that probably wasn't there, to be honest, that Miguel did slot, which I'm pretty happy with. Because we've got Standard Liège and Swansea and Everton in the Cabaret Cup, I feel like we can rotate the squad enough that we can play pretty full strength here. Obviously, we're going to play Smithies in the... We're going to play Smithies in goals because he's the cup keeper. I've decided to go with Dosek over Durant Miguel. I'm actually going to change my mind because Durant Miguel just scored a pen. We'll keep him out there. Haller has got a little bit of an injury complaint, so he didn't play the last one. He's not going to play this one. Isaac Silva is obviously good enough. We did take out Thomas Nagai and bring in Alexander, and Joe Silva's going to come in just to give Rab a little bit of a rest as well, just to keep everybody fresh. But I expect to see Marquez on if we do go up as well for Adrien, and there we are. We need to win this game. Fiorentina beat Olympiacos 3-2 at the moment. We'll beat 3-2 in the game just before. This is where they're lining up. They're lining up 4-1-4-1. Like I explained to the Twitch chat, I feel like that's a formation that does suit us so well, mainly because, they sit deep and we play on a counter system. So with us being deep and them being deep, when they have the ball, they have to drive forward because they've got space to, and then we can pick the ball off and then hit them on the break with the space in behind. Obviously if we played super aggressive and they played on the break, 4-1-4-1 would be actually a problem for us, but the way we set up, it's not too bad. Anyhow, as it does stand, they've got some decent players. I want us to just go out there, relax and play the natural game. I want you to have faith. And off we go. The first 2 games that, by the way, that Daniel and Ives have played together, 2 clean sheets. So that's good to know. Opposition instructions as well. We're going to ask our trusty assistant, and we'll get into it. Score prediction in the chat, everybody. We are live on Twitch. Links in the description below, everybody on YouTube. What's your score predictions in the chat? FM Ginge, by the way, is in the chat. Massive streamer. Go check him out. FM Ginge. Ginge, go check him out. Give him a follow on Twitch too. I'm right to talk about the players starting, obviously, as well. Judo, he's just being rested, nothing more. In the second, we might risk him, but here we didn't feel we needed to do so. That's probably not a bad comment because he's coming back from injury. We did throw him in the league to give him some match fitness, and he will be playing the league game, and I might give him the Cabaret Cup game as well to get his fitness up. Anyway, it's obviously going to be Standard Liège in the red and us in the black. I'm looking for a win here, and that would be nice as we get underway. Also, for everybody on YouTube, I don't know if I mentioned, but Mike got a cap for England. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but I'm just over the moon that he has. £550, and there we are. As it stands, though, we haven't had a shot, but we've had 70% possession. Isaac Silva whips it in back post. Joe Silva heads it back across the goals. Everybody's missed it. Isaac Silva hits it off the post, cleared off the line, and in the end, it's hit Daniel and gone in. I don't have a clue how this one's gone in the back of the net, but after 15 minutes, with our first real attempt on goal, we have scored, and I don't care. This is going to have to slow down a lot because I don't know what's going on. Silva heads it back across goal, which is smart. Anyway, it's missed the header. Isaac Silva has now come in. So it's cousin to cousin. The ball comes in. What a save from the keeper. Adrian hits it to the guy on the line. Daniel goes to tackle it. Adrian tackles it into Daniel and it goes in. Wow. Out of all the ways to score, does that mean Adrian gets the assist? He does because he tackled the ball into someone else. Interesting. Anyway, as it stands, though, it is going to be Standard Liège coming forward. They have the ball in the top of their box, and they have Udzawin, and they have Dotto in space who could hit one. He does, but he goes well wide, which is good for us, obviously, because we don't want him to score. Anyway, they look fired up. We haven't started particularly great, We're building into it. We started well with the ball, but we haven't seen any real clear-cut chances, and the goal we scored was lucky. At the end of the day, I don't care in Europe how wins come. They just come. And we know that, obviously, Standard have very good... they're very good off the break, and they've got that pacey winger in Maya. We'll see how we go. Anyway, as it looks like getting into halftime, we are going to get into halftime only 1-0 up. And once again, just lacking the firepower. I'm far from pleased with what's going on. Can we go out there and just be... not proactive as say, but can we just be a little bit more creative, please? Anyway, the ball over the top isn't going to find anyone, and there we go. Alexander on a booking. I don't want to go down to 10, so we will move him off in the 60th from the guy. And here's a corner to Munier. Munier's ball, back post, headed away from Godin, but not that far. Bastian have allowed nearly to turn. Simovic could probably get a cross in there. Finds Bastian, crosses in, back post, Meyer header. Oh my God, Ives. I've literally just said, before the game started, we haven't conceded a goal with Ives and Daniel playing, and then Ives goes and concedes an own goal. We are going to move to a little bit more attacking after watching that too. And Ives has conceded an own goal. And this is not how we wanted to start the group stage, A draw in Belgium wouldn't be great, as it just hits Ives and goes in. We are going to make that change now for Alexander, because he's having a shocker too, and the guy's just going to come in into a more natural role, and there we are. Look, need to find a goal here. Need to get on the front foot. We could be 2-1 down as the ball comes in. It's headed down. Oh my God, we are 2-1 down. And Standard Liège are doing one over us. And we can't afford to lose here in Belgium. I said it's a tough group. I know we got drawn one of the toughest groups in the Europa League. We're probably in the group of death. I don't want to get out of the group stage because I think the board would sack me. But we conceded twice in 2 minutes. Anyway, can we please just get creative, get the ball in and around our box, and can we just do it? Anyway, we are going to get Joe Silva off here. We're going to get Sebastian Rab up there. And we are going to confirm that change. And hopefully we can get a highlight here just as the change makes. De Silva now, ball in, back post. Keeper pushes it out for a corner. Which probably means that the highlight is going to be mute at this stage as well. We do get to see the corner though. But hopefully it is for us. The ball goes in, back post. Daniel down, he goes penalty surely. Okay. Durant Miguel scored one in the last game. Can he score one here? I know it's the first game of the group stage, but this could make or break our group stage. Durant Miguel versus the keeper. Top bins. Toppers of top bins. Durant Miguel with one of the better penalties you will see on Football Manager. You see some ones that shouldn't go in, that don't go in. You see some nice ones. This is superb. He has put that absolutely top bin. There we go. We're going to skip the highlight now. And we've got time to get into it. I'm going to bring Nakamura on as a wide player as well. And we are going to stay on the front foot and really try and force a result here. They've been very good off the break, which does worry me. But we are going to bring Nakamura on as a winger. He's not bad as a winger out there. He can play out there. What we might do is we might actually swap it around. We might get Rab out here. And we might go to a little bit asymmetric, but we'll go more on the left-hand side. They might not be expecting that. And we'll do that. Everyone looks at this system and goes, what is it? And I'm like, well, it works, everybody. So that doesn't matter. It works in the FM League as well. Anyway, Nakamura's on. And can we find one? Maybe. I'm just going to tell us to push forward. Can we find one? Just late doors, find one. Everyone looks frustrated. And with 5 minutes at a time, it's in their half. And that is not good news. As the ball finds the Aguilar. Ball in there to Munier. Can we get a tackle in? We don't. Bensard blocked. Falls to Batson blocked. Falls to Batson again over the bar. Is there going to be a highlight in the last 5 minutes, or is it going to be time? It is a highlight. Dodd throw in, headed away from Nakamura, but it looks like it's just going to be Standard Liège on the ball again, and it's going to be Ben Snard. Can we press in here and win it on this left-hand side? We don't yet. The ball in a Besnard in the Simonovic into Aguilar. Aguilar's ball in a Bensard. I'm worrying, ladies and gentlemen, because they're building up nicely. The ball in a Meyer, who's obviously really good at what he does. Still in Meyer. Miguel, what a tackle. What a tackle again. Ive goes long over the top, and there is Nicolas Adrien. The star man! Hit, blocked. Oh, it's a double save from the keeper. You would have put your house on him scoring. The ball comes in, back post. Daniel! Oh, he's put it wide. And that is going to be full time, isn't it? There's still a highlight. There's a minute to go. I doubt that we are going to win it here late doors. But Adrien, and that's what he's, we paid big money for him to score chances like that. And they have gone long towards Niang, but Burgess is good in the air, and he forces a challenge. Miguel, that's a rushed header for no reason. Just bring it down. Batson now on the ball. It's going to be a last chance for Standard Liège, isn't it? The switch of play is good, and they've got numbers over. The ball into Suarez. Can we get it clear? Mayer blocked. There's going to be a corner with not long left on the clock, and all of a sudden, a draw is golden now. Munier on the ball. Can we please just get this away? Don't you dare go in the back of that. Headed away. Nakamura, game over, thank God. It's going to finish 2-2 here in Standard Liège. I am going to blast him because that was pretty poor, to be honest. Simply put, that was not good enough. And there we are. We are in the group of death. And it's proven just then as we draw to Standard Liège in a game that we were dominated in. But we got ourselves a draw, and it's not the worst result in the world. I'm going to attend it there. It would have been nice for him to score. He won't get too many better chances. He's first to hold my hand, and he was the first to hold his hand up after the game. Hopefully he was. Terrific, obviously, today. His record speaks for himself. But pretty poor from the Sunderland boys. Anyway, for everybody on YouTube, that's going to be the end of episode 64. Episode 65 is probably going to be the Fiorentina game, along with probably the Olympiacos game. Have to go we can't afford to lose to Fiorentina now for the rest of it. If we lose to Fiorentina once, we're in trouble, because then we have to make sure we don't lose to Olympiacos and Standard Liège. Anything's possible. At least we got Belgium out the way. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're watching from. Links in the description below. Come follow us on Twitch and on Twitter. Thank you, YouTube, and goodbye.